Good Wednesday morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Wicked Blades here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's already heating up here in Cali. We're getting pretty hot. We haven't hit our records yet, but we're getting pretty hot. Alright, today is Wizzbanger Wednesday. And Monday I was pondering on it. I was like, man, I got to figure out something for Wizzbanger Wednesday, because I ain't got no more Wizzbangers as far as I knew. And I'm heading out Monday morning and get ready to gas up, because now I meet the daughter halfway because they moved and they live in another town now, so that's about a 40-mile trip. So we split the difference. We meet at a truck stop at the halfway point. And so I pick up little man, bring him back here, babysit him, and at the end of the day, drive him back to mama. And so I stopped at the gas station here around the corner and went to put in $60. And, like, when I'm alone, I'm pondering on you guys and thinking about everything that's going on here and trying to figure things out, just trying to figure out, okay, what kind of video I want to put out, what I'm going to do. And Wizzbanger Wednesday kept popping into my head for some reason, and I was like, man, I don't got nothing that I could think of, that I haven't already showed you guys, and I want to change it up all the time. And so anyways, I go in, I pay for the gas, come back out to the pump, I pop my gas cap, and I'm pumping the gas, and I look down on the ground, and lo and behold, Wizzbanger Wednesday came to me for free. Somebody dropped this little dude. Check that out. Perfect little keychain, pocket dropper guy, little wannabe Spyderco. Alright, I'd say maybe in total it's probably a good 2.5, maybe 3 inch, and what, an 1.5 inch blade. But yeah, it was sitting there at the gas pump on the ground. So, Wizzbanger Wednesday, baby, brought to you by Stan the Man. It's a little wannabe Spyderco. First one I've gotten. It's a no name. There's nothing on it, so it's just a little cheap Chinese made Spyderco knockoff. But hey, it supplied me with Wizzbanger Wednesday. And then yesterday, I did my 2 for Tuesday, and I showed my two knives, and I was like, you know what, I gotta get these cleaned up because they had scuff marks and stuff. And so I went inside and I grabbed them back up, and then I picked this guy up, and I was like, you know what, I need to scrub on these, so might as well file on this one and then sand all 3 down at the same time, and then polish them, sharpen them, get it all knocked out. So here's my second Wizzbanger. That buck knife that I got at the antique store for $10. Check her out now. The back springs were completely blackened. You couldn't even tell that there was brass liners in there. All of these on the edging of the bolsters here, they were pretty beat up on both ends. So I filed them as smooth as I could get them. Let's see, this side, that side actually looks really good. Okay, I got a couple of little tiny like chips where I need to run the file through right here in the valley right here to knock them off on this edge. Other than that, there are no more dingers, no more scuffs. The scales have no grip, no texture. They're completely smooth. I wound up finishing it off sanding from a 250 up to a 1200, and then I filed the kick so the tip could go down. I reprofiled the tip on here so now it's nice and pokey, and then I tried to file down the edge as straight as possible without making it look wonky, you know, and then sharpened it up, and then got good snap there, and then I reprofiled the sheep's foot blade, giving it a little bit more better angle because it was pretty worn down. I didn't want to fool with the edge. I left it the way it was, and then I threw a nice sharp edge on there, nice and snappy. And then the spade blade, we took and shaved it this way and then shaved it this way. It's got a nice pointy tip, and then it's got that nice belly that comes around. As you can see, it comes around right there and then does its drop off, and then gave it a nice edge, polished everything up. Everything's nice and clean down in the wells, nice and clean as we can get it. And as I said, she's nice and polished up. I'll have to show you guys the other two from yesterday's 2 for Tuesday. Snap! That spade blade's got snap. That one's light on the snap, but it's got snap. And our clip point's got snap. So all of them have snap once again. Nice and polished up and bright and shiny. No more scuffs, no more dingers. Not all nasty. We brought this knife back. We resurrected it to be a nice little pocket dropper once again. You know, either I can love it for the rest of its life, or someone else can love it if it ends up going up on my showcase to be sold. If this gets sold, I don't expect that much out of it because, you know, the clip point, as you can see, it had been shortened, and then me reprofiling the blade and everything, and then it's got a lot of meat off of there, you know, but it's still usable. It's still a nice pocket dropper, nice and sharp, nice and snappy. But you can see down in there, where's it at? Right there. You can see how much it's lost out of its blade, you know. But I had to bring it home. I had to save it, you know. It's still a good carry. You could still use it. Nothing wrong with it. Alright, guys. Well, that's going to be my Wizzbanger Wednesday. The free gas station knife at the gas pump, and the antique store find buck from 1964. All done up. Alright, guys. Love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. This is Wicked Blades. I'm out. Peace.